good evening, good evening, and welcome to the New Black Leadership Coalition here live on CAN Television. That's right, the New Black Leadership Coalition. And that coalition is very, 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 very important to understand. Again, welcome to the New Black Leadership Coalition. And that is again here on CAN Television, the New Black Leadership Coalition. And it's very, very important that you get why we call it the new, because we understand that there is nothing new under the sun, but at the end of the day, we need to replace the old that's decrepit, that is behind time, that is still out front, really for the wrong reasons, wrong motives. So we need a cadre of new leadership. And that's why the coalition is doing the work that we're doing. And it is comprised of many organizations, individuals who are out here currently doing the work. This is a hotline. You are welcome to call in 312-738-1070. 312-738-1060. Man, let me thank you all for yesterday. Yesterday on the New Black Leadership Program at Intellectual Radio. We are on now every Monday at 7 o'clock. That's the New Black Leadership. Yesterday, I tell you, I was in a zone. I don't even think I mentioned. Minister Michael told me the New Black Leadership. I had to come out the gates today to make sure you got it. And let me tell you something. Yesterday was a victory for all of us. It wasn't personal, this thing regarding Steve Harvey. But if you got that video and you still have it up, please share it. It ain't about Steve and beating up on Steve Harvey, none of that. It was a story that I wanted to share. And I think at the end of the day, what we wanted, I heard my friend, my brother Todd Muhammad, and he said that, celebrities, I heard, earlier, I must admit that I was listening to one of the clowns earlier, and they mentioned that I'm a star, not me, that they were a star. So when you start calling yourself a star, you losing your mind. You've lost your mind. You are a celebrity. You are famous, and oftentimes you are rich. But you are not you're a star if you're divinely talking about how God has lifted you up to do a certain work, and you giving praise to the Creator, and you're taking your influence and you're doing the right thing with it, not just getting fat and rich, but you're using your influence without meeting with politicians or meeting with anybody. You have enough influence, enough money to do what you need to do without needing anybody to give you that permission. I wanted to read something. I didn't bring it, but I want to thank Moni and Akina. But I saw Akino, my niece and nephew. They had, they sent me, and Lisa too, and there was a few other people, of what Malcolm X, our brother, said in 1964 about when people go to the table. It was something about that same mentality that's been going on for years, that you think because they invite you to the table, that makes you someone that they respect, someone that they actually given a voice to, given an ear to. Not necessarily. So don't think that because you are at the table and you might have something to do with the menu or what you gonna eat or that you eating, that they not poisoning you. Can I say that again? Don't think because you are invited at the table and maybe you have a menu and you can pick something off that menu and you are able to eat and you are sitting amongst other people, that you are privileged, but they could be poisoning you. So when you give that analogy, then you better think even clearer and deeper, because you might be being poisoned. I had to think about that one. Listen, anyway, damn the torpedoes. That's what I put up today. Damn the torpedoes. As the new black leadership, we are saying, damn the excuses. As a community, as an individual, as a family, as a group of people who are smart, with degrees, with all kind of expertise, damn the excuses. Full speed ahead. And so when I talk about torpedoes, when I talk about excuses, and so we cannot, and as long as we on the sideline, disunified, then there will be people stepping up and speaking on our behalf without our permission. Without our permission. They're doing it because they feel like that there's a void. There's a void. Did nobody check with us to say that we want to go to D.C. or wherever and protest? And if you notice, yesterday, there were a lot of commercials, there were breakfasts, there were different gatherings on behalf of our dear beloved divine brother, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. There were a lot of people that they got together on behalf of the brother. But as soon as that breakfast was over with, they don't meet, they don't talk, we don't plan to do zero, but come to a breakfast, and we use someone as powerful as Dr. King. And I'm telling you, they don't read that letter from Birmingham at those breakfasts. They don't play that last speech that he gave. You know why? Because it's totally in contrary to what they are doing. These same folks who use Dr. King's real divine star power for their own agendas. But yet, they are not doing the work of Dr. King, because Dr. King put his life on the line. And I'm telling you, that mountaintop speech, the drum major speech, was about conviction to the struggle that, hey, I might not get there with you all, but you know what? I've seen the glory. I'm on the mountaintop. I'm so high up, and I know the enemies are planning and plotting my death. That's what the brother was saying. And so did Jesus. And so did Nat Turner. And so did Mark Vesey. And so did Fred Hampton and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Marcus Messiah Garvey. All of them, and Harriet Tubman and Fannie Lou Hamer, all of them took a stand. Now we got to take a stand. We do not have to worry about who is in the White's house. We do not have to worry about who is in the White's house. Did you get that? We do not have to worry about who is in the White's house. It don't matter. Oh, you say, well, it matters. If you're going to wait on a turtle process, a turtle contradictory, hypocritical bureaucracy, that by the time we'll be talking about 3,000, we wouldn't be here. But at the end of the day, economics is what we need to be focused on. So when you see celebrities and you see folks coming out as though they really care, and I said this yesterday, but I gotta say it like this. Ben Carson was tapped as the, I guess, what is it, the secretary? The who? HUD. Is he the secretary? HUD. Now here's a doctor. That's like tapping somebody who's an electrician to be the Surgeon General. That's like you gonna ask a plumber to be the Surgeon General. Here's a man that should have been tapped to be the Surgeon General. They tapped him to be over HUD, and then he meets with a comedian that's going to be his sidekick, supposedly, to come up with some plans to fix the housing discrimination and racism, the housing discrimination and racism of poor people. You ain't going to never see Steve or Ben Carson in Roseland. And if you do, I'll take back everything I'm saying. You're not going to even see them. Why? And here's the point. Here's the point. If Puff Daddy and I'm going to say DL or Oprah or Michael or Dr. Dre or Steve or Magic Johnson and Will Smith and Jay-Z and, man, keep naming them. If they would just take 5 or 10% of the wealth that they have, we could come in and buy up every block and fix everything that's wrong and retrained our people. Recultivate our people. We got to be retrained, recultivated. You can give us all the housing you want, but until we change our mindset and the way we live and the way we think, it don't matter what somebody give us, because we'll tear it up. It's the truth. We'll destroy it because of the way we are thinking. That's why we have not wrapped our minds and our heads and our hearts and our collective energy around curbing violence. We haven't. We marching. We protesting. We going to conferences. We at some of those tables, but we just at the tables. Because at the end of the day, we don't love our people enough to sacrifice our life. You gotta put a mindset in it that's not afraid. And we too afraid of what somebody else is gonna think because we take a position that's unpopular, that's considered controversial. No, it's time that we get off the sideline and do what we need to do for ourselves. And I'm telling you, damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. And that means excuses, excuses, excuses. And you got, and Brother Todd, thank you for a comment that he wrote. It was so profound. And he was saying that, you know, many of these celebrities, he said, they're not, you know, as good as they are and funny as some of them are and as great as they are as actors, they're not our leaders. And so when you see them, you know, just stepping up, sometimes you do have to give them a little applause that they would even dare try to get in this arena, because this arena means that somebody can take something from you. So when you decide that you want to get into the arena of doing something for your people, you got to applaud them if they're sincere. I'm going to applaud anyone that's sincere. And if it just so happened, if Steve or anybody like him and others, Jim, you know, or Dr. Martin Luther King III, if they really serious, then applaud them. But unfortunately, I don't think so. I think people are going in that front door, taking those photo ops in that lobby. Now, there's a whole nother group of black, not leaders, but so-called leaders. They going through the back door. You ain't gonna see them with Trump taking a picture out front. But you can rest for sure, we got that group of individuals that already is looking at how to go through the back door. You know what Carter G. Woodson said. And if it's not a back door, they'll cut one out. But they gonna get in and they gonna protest. They gonna fake us out. And they gonna make it seem as though they really got an issue with this administration and etc. Trust me when I tell you this. They're going to find a way to sit down. And there's nothing wrong with sitting down with the new coming president. And you better do it within this year or the next few months, or you try to wait to 2 years to see what he's going to do. I don't think I think the cat gonna end up being impeached. I think he gonna end up just walking away from the job. I think this is all about Mike Pence. I think Pence is the one that they really want to become the president. I really do. That's just me. I don't know about you, but I think Mike Pence. And so Donald Trump is not someone that we need to be concerned with as much as we should be concerned with Mike Pence. Now that's a whole nother conversation. But at the end of the day, our biggest enemy is us. We are in our own way. We are in our own way. And as new black leadership, we are trying our very, very best to bring together the brightest minds and thought thinkers and workers, and people that believe in doing this for the right reason. Because we all could be doing a lot of other things than spending our time organizing, planning, trying our very best to bring a mindset, a philosophy, a unity that will make a difference in the conditions of our people economically, politically, psychologically, spiritually. I mean, financially, that's what we do. Educationally, we are involved. We have professors on the coalition. We have historians. We have researchers. We have a number of people on this coalition that believes in human development. And so we got folks who are involved with parenting. We got the people that's going to be doing the mentoring, the motivational. We got people that will be doing things when it comes to training. But you got to do something, and you got to get your butt off the sideline. That's what you got to do. For years, for years. And I thank God. I swear, I thank Almighty God that He blessed me with this energy. He blessed me with this mindset. He blessed me with the love of our people. I mean, anybody can sit around and just watch television all day. All you know about is soap operas. All you know about is what's coming on television, what you got planned for today. You'll cancel everything that's going on because you so caught up into these silly television programs. We got a call on and turn it up so I can hear him too. Hello, caller. Can't hear the caller.
Yes, I just want to say that I sincerely appreciate your views. This is the first time I've watched the show, and I sincerely appreciate your views. And I don't want to be, I love our people, but you touched on something that's so very important. We don't love each other enough. And my question to you is, since I don't know if this is part of our DNA or whatever, there was no togetherness on the continent of Africa, always people warring and not getting along and things like that. And also, you know, it wasn't the white man that just totally went over there and grabbed us. A lot of us, the colonies and of African republics were selling their slaves for whatever they could get, and their enemies in the armies of the African Republic. So I don't know if this is just a historical DNA thing or whatever. And here we are on all sides of the city and can't get along. So what do you think about that? Plus, our children are being left behind. There are people in each one of our families, children, teenagers, and who haven't had any parenting, who don't get any parenting. And what I wish is that in the nucleus of our own families, that we would go find out if your nephew and your niece and are doing homework from the very beginning, or your son's baby mama or whatever. Get close to them enough where they would trust you enough to go to school parenting. Our kids are being left behind. They've been miseducated. They've been annihilated. They've been just all kinds of. No one has ever been going through the stuff that African Americans have gone through. No other. They can talk about the Jews if they want to. It's our self hatred, And a lot of that still is coming from slavery. And like I said, the white man did not come over there and take us by himself. They had a whole lot of help. Like today in Chicago, they have a whole lot of help, and we destroying each other. So what do you think about that? I mean, in each nucleus, if everybody in each nucleus of each family would go and show concern for these young ones who are coming up, they wouldn't act like animals and have to torture people. These kids on the news obviously have no good parenting. They have had nothing. The school system has failed us. We have failed us. A lot of us have failed in our own family. We got nieces, nephews, grandchildren, great grandchildren. Grandparents right now are not even being a good example for our children. We have to do more, okay? So
Tell
I'd
you
like to
something.
find out your answers to that.
I
That's
love you.
sad.
Thank.
That's sad.
Yes, ma'am. And let me just say this. That was a epic caller. She could have just gone on and on because you made all the sense, my sister. I love it. Everything that you said, what I think about it is what I know about it. You are 100% right. That's why the new black leadership is really, we understand the scientific solutions to our problem. And what you just said, you just hit the nail on the head. It's self-hatred. It's been embedded in us, and we got to focus on healing our people. We have people that are mentally not equipped to be in front of us, and they are hustlers, and many times, some of them are like prostitutes. You know, they sell their soul. So we got people like that, but we need folks like you and others to be in the ear and get in the hearts of our people, our community, because what you just said and described is what the new black leadership is about. We love each other. We love our people. And that's what gives us the motivation. That's what gives us the platform to do the work that we want to do. So thank you for your call, and your call was right on time. We got to wrap this up today, but I want to just let you know that stay tuned, because the new black leadership is going to be doing a huge gathering for leaders and for folks who are interested. And when we say leaders, leadership comes from within. Stop allowing people who are making money off going to the mics when you see press conferences. Those are not our leaders. Those are individuals who use that whole leadership piece to profit. We are the leaders, each and every one of us. That's why I said, damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. So each one teach one. But as long as we just don't unify and we stay on the sideline, then those folks that we still see out there, the same ones, you would think that they would sit down. They not gonna do it. It's too good to them. Oh, it's much too good to them. I don't have to call no names. You know who I'm talking about. And until we, as a smart, intelligent people, do what we need to do, because once we really take our place, then they gonna sit down. They gonna sit down. But we gotta first stand up. We gotta stand up collectively. Ain't no individual stuff. That ain't gonna work. Nope, ain't gonna work. That's all about you. But mainly, love our babies. Please show more love toward our young people. That is the medicine. That's the cure. That's the remedy to curbing the violence, poverty, and etc. Illiteracy is love. Unconditional love. So we got 4 more minutes, and if a person would like to call in before we leave the air, you can. 312-738-1060. 4 minutes. So when you call in, make it, you know how to do it. 312-738-1060. Would love to hear from you. Love to hear from you. Some of you all on Facebook, you have some very powerful, powerful comments. And I think they should go over the air, because now you got to remember, this is going all over the world right now. And so don't hide it. Let your light shine. Let your light shine. You the real stars, not the mother clowns. They funny, but they ain't the stars. Did you hear what I just said? They funny, but they ain't the stars. The stars are people who have humility, integrity. See, without that, we got a caller, and I'm sure they have humility and they have integrity. If not, I'm hanging up on them. No, I'm just kidding. Caller.
Yes, good evening. My name is Frederick Penn, and I want to congratulate you on this program, the New Black Leadership Coalition. And yes, I'm coming from Facebook. I am one of the supporters of Facebook. You have seen me on Facebook if you've been on Facebook. The name again is Frederick Penn, Institute for Self-Esteem and Evaluation. Yes, sir, right here in Chicago. And one comment that I like to give to you so that you can include this in the new Black Leadership Coalition, what's going to make us new is the fact is that now we know that we must love ourselves.
Right.
To the degree that I love me, can I love you? But I can't love you no more than I love myself. And the only way self-love is going to happen is when we as black men take the leadership role and show our race how to love itself.
That's right. That's right.
And then we automatically love each other. But as long as we point it outside of ourselves, we will be judged and condemned because people will say, oh, no, you ain't all that.
Thank you, brother. I got to wrap it up. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
For that call. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You, like the sister, you hit the nail on the head. Love is what is missing. And that's why the scripture said, love ye one another. And then when we love each other, I promise you, we'll fix what's wrong in our community. I mean, everything, relationships, whatever. The food gonna taste better, as I always say. When you put love in it, you can taste it. You can taste it. But first, some of you all got to start cooking. But I ain't gonna get into that. That's a whole different show. Anyway, I love you. I love you. I love you. The new black leadership is about love and work and honor, integrity and humility and unity. Thank you for tuning in to the New Black Leadership Coalition. See you next week, same time, same place. Peace and love.